And in goal, as usual, is number 1, Jack Atkinson. 2 is the aforementioned birthday boy, Matty Williams. 3 is Jake Kenny. 4 is the returning Chris Rowney. 5 and captain is Jonathan Hunt. 6 is Jimmy Moore. 7, Lewis Gilboy. 8 is Chris Holt. 9, Ben Wharton. 10 is Harry Brazell. And 11 is Abs Obasoto. On the bench for Bury this evening, number 12 is Tom Greaves. 14, Liam McDevitt. 15, Tom Schofield. 16, Adam McWilliam. And 17 is Danny O'Brien. Our hosts, Campion, they line up as follows. In goal for them is number 1, Bradley Emerson. 2 is James Ngo. 3 is Jason Carney. 4, Scott Eastwood. 5, Luke Rhodes. 6 is Robbie Graham. 7 is Nicky Boschel. 8 is Danny Keane. 9 is Patrick Sykes. 10 and their captain is Aidan Kirby. And 11 is Tabish Hussain. On the bench for Campion, number 12 is Taweed Ahmed. And 14 is Pianki Tassetti. And 15 is Ethan Crossley. 16, Jake Charles. And 17 is Mossimo Ciscarelli. Tonight's referee is Ryan Aldred, and he's assisted by Nicholas Greenwood and Daniel Kilburn. So three changes for Bury.
Yeah, it is, as you mentioned, Chris Rowney, Harry Brazell and Lewis Gilboy all back in the team, and obviously it's a good one to see, Morris.
Yeah, it's then. I mean, I think if truth be told, that is probably Andy Welch's first choice 11. Maybe with a younger Tom Greaves between him and Ben Wharton would be a very close decision. But I would imagine that would be Andy's first choice 11. Interesting to note, we haven't got a single defender on the bench. We haven't. Liam McDevitt and Tom Schofield, I suppose, can play midfield, as can Adam McWilliam at a push. But otherwise, it's a very attacking bench.
Well, if you're looking for a full-back option, you could rely on Danny O'Brien, because I know he's played.
Yeah, he's played at left back. Yeah.
So I think you say it there. Obviously, it was the same at the weekend. Obviously we're without a defender. No sign of Jordan Downing, and Ayo Ibrahim obviously unavailable by the looks of it again tonight. So it should be an interesting one to see if there is any need for any defensive changes. Looking at Campion, obviously a team that has pushed in the playoff, pushed around the playoffs, but they have only picked up 1 point since the 18th of December, which was the date of that abandoned game. They've also scored first in the last 2 meetings. Obviously, officially you can't count the abandoned game, but obviously Campion scored first in the reverse fixture, so it seems like they'll be up for a game against Bury, as is everyone in this league.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we touched on this before, that most clubs that we visit look at this as a bit of a cup final, or they want to be the first team to beat us in the league. As you say, the only point that Campion have managed to pick up was a 1-1 away draw at Darwin. Since then, they lost 2-0 at home to Chadderton and 2-0 at home in the West Riding County Cup against Farsley Celtic, and then they lost 3-1 on Saturday away at Bacup Borough. And we should say that there is going to be a minute's silence before the start of tonight's game. Sadly, a Bacup Borough fan, Mark Lord, suffered a cardiac arrest, and despite the best efforts of the staff at Bacup Borough and using the defibrillator, they were unable to revive Mark, and as a mark of respect for a fellow North West Counties side fan, there will be a minute's silence this evening. Trafford midfielder who we saw last Tuesday, Ashley Mulholland, has been campaigning for quite a while to get defibrillators at all grounds at our level, because his brother passed away in 2005 after he had a cardiac arrest whilst he was playing football. Now, I know that the FA gave out quite a number of defibrillators, but surely the National Lottery or something like that should be able to donate defibrillators to all clubs.
Yeah, well, I know. As Andy Corns is gesticulating to you, that all clubs in the northwest counties do have defibrillators on site. I believe Prestwich Hayes have 3 from what I've read on social media. So I can't say that goes right the way up the pyramid and right the way across. But like you said, you mentioned Ashley Mulholland. He's been campaigning. I think you mentioned the death of his brother in 2005. He's been campaigning for probably since that event, nearly 16 years ago. So I think there's been calls on the FA, and I look when I was sort of looking at Ashley Mulholland in the preparation to last week's game, it referenced the sort of Just Giving page that he's been raising. He's raised thousands of pounds since 2005, right up to I think the latest donation was about 2 or 3 hours old from when I looked at it last Tuesday, and I presume that'll continue to go. I've just been informed that there is an FA fund that clubs can go to for defibrillators. So that is one, if you are a club in the National League system, to be aware of. But like I said, all clubs in the northwest counties do have defibrillators. Both teams on their way out here. The Campion players in red and black, with Bury in their traditional white and blue, and the Campion keeper all in pink, and Jack Atkinson is in green this evening, I should say. And as I said, that minute's silence taking place before kick-off here this evening, which is expected to take place in just a minute or so. I'm not too sure whether the captains will do the toss before that. I don't think that will be the case, so we are going to pause for this minute's silence on Roach Valley Radio in memory of Bacup Borough fan Mark Lord. Minute silence there in memory of Bacup Borough fan Mark Lord. We welcome listeners or viewers, I should say, on Bury AFC TV. We can see the stream crew right the way down the length of the stand on the halfway line. I better sit down or I won't see any of tonight's game. Quite a low stand in front of us. The two captains just going through their pre-match pleasantries. If you are listening on Roach Valley Radio, don't forget we will have regular reports of Ratcliffe and their home game at Stafford. Your commentary on Bury AFC TV will remain uninterrupted this evening. So even when we do throw over to Ratcliffe on Roach Valley Radio, but you will be able to continue to hear myself and Morris's dulcet tones. And Morris, it looks like it's going to be Bury to get us underway.
Yeah, it looks that way. And I've got to say credit to all the fans in here tonight for that minute's silence, impeccably observed for the late Mark Lord. And I've got to say, if that's the back four that are lining up for Campion, how small's that centre half? He's not the biggest lad. I'd fancy my chances in the air against him. And that's saying something. So Ben Wharton is going to get us underway alongside Chris Rowney. Referee gets us underway. Rowney goes right for Matty Williams. Harry Brazel gets a touch. Williams again, ball forward, but cut out. And the ball played down the left-hand side. It eventually rolls out of play and will be a Bury throw-in. Matty Williams takes, finds Wharton, Gilboy. He was trying to beat the centre-half for pace, and the centre-half's forced to concede a throw. He was under pressure there from Lewis Gilboy. It was Luke Rhodes, the centre-half there. Here's Williams, crosses in, left-footed. Ball makes its way across to Abzobasorto on the left-hand side of the area. Jake Kenny on the overlap. Ben Williams offside, but he had a free header on the edge of the 6-yard box. Unfortunately, the linesman on this near side decided that he was offside, and the flag went up straight away. Emerson gets the ball forward, volleyed forward by Eastwood. Kenny with the clearance for Bury. Brazel, edge of the centre circle, looks for Lewis Gilboy. Ball drops behind the fullback, and Gilboy's put him under pressure. And the ball, unfortunately, from a Bury point of view, spins off Lewis Gilboy and goes out for a goal kick.
Let's check in with Theo Hewson Betts on Roach Valley Radio to see how the early stages are going between Ratcliffe and Stafford. Keep it going. Goal kick there from the Campion goalkeeper, relatively wasted there. Wharton in possession out towards Brazel.
That's a lovely little chip ball to find Matty Williams. Ball played to the edge of the area, but I think Matty knew that that wasn't his best. And Harry Brazel concedes possession, but well won back by Matty Williams on the halfway line. Here's Hunt. Little chip ball forward, but just a bit too high for Lewis Gilboy. Ball's out for a throw-in on this near side, which Carney will take for Campion. Just looking for a bit of movement here. Goes down the line. Gilboy gets his head to it. Matty Williams pokes it forward. Wharton, first time ball out to Abasorto on the left-hand side. Kenny going like a steam train down the left. Abasorto was trying to get a shot away. Jimmy Moore plays the ball forward, and the ball comes off the Campion defender, out for a Bury throw. Kenny takes it, finds Wharton, left-hand side of the box. Good turn, and goes down under a challenge, but the referee doesn't give anything, and then he gives a free kick to Campion for a challenge by Abzobasorto on Luke Rhodes.
Thank you very much to Theo for that update on the Roach Valley Radio Sports Channel. Uninterrupted commentary tonight on Roach Valley Radio Extra and Bury AFC TV.
Yeah, we're guaranteed at least 4 viewers tonight, because my old mate Neil Treener is listening in, and My daughter and her husband are both listening in with my grandson. So good evening, Yaz, Kian and Sarah and Neil. As Campion win the ball back on halfway. Try to go down the left-hand side. Matty Williams will just see that out for a throw. The contrast between now and the abandoned game in December is absolutely massive, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you can actually see something happening on the pitch. I think that's the main difference.
It's the first time I've seen that far set of goals.
It's a totally different situation, and obviously, as we said at the time, it was probably the right decision, albeit probably quite a frustrating one. It was you couldn't have carried on really.
It was frustrating, but there was no other choice for the referee on the day, as Williams plays it forward for Gilboy. Just miscontrols it. Ball's picked off by Carney. And then Bury win it back in midfield. Gilboy, edge of the centre circle, forward for Wharton. Just trying a little feeder ball through there for Harry Brazel, but Bury retained possession through Abasoto, left-hand side. Ball whipped into the middle. Header comes in from Wharton. Got a good flick on it, and the keeper has to reach up and grab it under his crossbar. Been all Bury so far in his opening few minutes, but still goalless here at the Players' Car Stadium. It's only about half a mile away from Valley Parade. Very close to the Bradford City ground. There's one or two Bradford fans here tonight. I've seen a few Bradford coats on the way in. It is a chilly night here in West Yorkshire, as the referee gives Campion a free kick.
I do believe Bradford are on the road tonight at Walsall. One of the interesting grounds in the country, Morris. You can probably the most viewed ground from the
M6.
From the M6. Yeah. If you're going up and down the country, or whether you're going to football or not, it's one of them.
You can't miss it.
Well, no.
The free kick launched forward, but an easy take for Jack Atkinson. All in green tonight.
If you are listening to us tonight, as always, send us a tweet at Roach Valley Radio, and don't forget today's Roach Valley Radio coverage of Bury AFC is brought to you by RC Solutions, Picture Care first choice for all your turf needs.
Chris Rowney with a challenge inside the centre circle, but the ball breaks kindly for Campion. Here's and go. Making progress down the right-hand side, but then he just runs the ball out of play. And Jake Kenny will take the resulting throw-in for Bury.
A few early messages. Stuart in Ealing in West London, as always, tuned in to us. Also, as always, Oscar and Barbara Woodcock in Northampton. And we've got the team at Superdrug in Middlebrook, in Bolton, or in Horwich, as some would say. If you're from Bury, tuned in on the night shift there, Ryan Jackson Fogg and his team.
It is Horwich, because as you go up the road towards it from the town centre, you actually pass the sign that says "Welcome to Horwich," twinned with Crowborough in Sussex. So it is in a different borough. Campion in possession on the right-hand side. Little ball forward. And attempted cross, well blocked again by Jake Kenny, who tries to find Abs Abasoto, but Ngo gets there. Jimmy Moore, interception. Plays it forward. Ball over the top. Ben Wharton is through on goal. Tries to lob the keeper. Oh, what a finish! What a finish! An outstanding ball forward from Jimmy Moore with the assist. And the ball bounced perfectly for Ben Wharton. He beat the offside trap. The keeper came out to try and make some sort of challenge, but the ball was just lofted over the top of him by the big blonde striker, and Bury take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that's his 11th of the season. 2 in 2 now for Ben Wharton. 3 in his last 3 away games as well. A great goal from him at the weekend, and another great one tonight to put Bury in the lead within 9.5 minutes here.
That was a really cool finish by the big fella.
Yeah, it was.
Ball played forward towards Hussein, but the offside flag has gone up against him, so Bury have a free kick.
Well, it's Ben Wharton doing what Ben Wharton does best, I suppose, Morris.
Absolutely, he's a good goal scorer. I have to be honest, when he came in, I thought that he was going to be played up front in a sort of 4-4-2 formation alongside Tom Greaves. But he actually plays that lone striker role superbly, I think. And here he is.
And then when you put the two of them up
yeah,
top together,
double trouble.
Like...
Double trouble for any central defence. Hunt with the ball forward. Finds Gilboy. Lovely first touch. And Eastwood with a challenge. He thought that was a Campion throw, but it wasn't. Eastwood will get a second bite of the cherry to get it away. Here's Hussein. And accidental handball there by Matty Williams. Referee gives the free kick, and Hussein will leave that for Emerson.
You mentioned Gilboy there in that last attack. Good to see him back in the starting lineup.
Yeah, after that bad challenge at Daisy Hill, it's really good to see him back.
That challenge really did divide opinion. It was a bizarre one. Sabasoto comes forward now. He's looking for Ben Wharton, but couldn't quite get the right connection on it. Ball's cleared. Looks like it's going to be a Bury throw, and it is, given by the assistant.
Danny Keane with the clearance. Bury get another throw. Matty Williams will take it again. Chris Holt comes short for it, but ball goes up towards Wharton. Little header inside, cleared by Ngo.
One of the new boys on the block, James Ngo, joined the club earlier this week, making his debut. Well, certainly this season. Well, there's a few players that have been and come back to Campion recently.
Oh, nice turn there from Wharton to find Gilboy. Just ball rolls off his thigh. Campion have it through Hussein, and a nice turn around Matty Williams, but he's not getting past Jono Williams. Jono just gently guides him away from the ball, and the referee gives Campion the free kick. Hussein standing over it alongside Luke Rhodes. It will be Rhodes to take it, big centre half. Goes across the pitch, a header comes in, and Jack Atkinson grabs the ball just ahead of the onrushing attacker. Long ball forward, and Go didn't hear the shout, and then has a bit of a row with Emerson, because Abzabasoto was ready to pounce on the ball, and all he had to do really was head it back or leave it for the goalkeeper, but in the end he headed it out for a corner. Chris Rowney's gone across to the far side to take the set piece. We did miss his set pieces in the last couple of games when he was suspended. As the ball comes in, Hunt comes up. Oh, and it's a header by Rhodes back over his own bar. Jono Hunt was putting him under pressure.
Was it Rhodes that put it into his own net in the abandoned game?
It was, yeah, it was. Yeah, but of course, unfortunately, those don't count.
Oh, I know Ben Wharton was disappointed at the weekend to say Say his goal didn't count. Gilboy on the edge of the area, takes the shot,
Oh,
saved by the keeper.
But
Brazil!
yeah! Jono Hunt makes it 2-0.
There was a look to the assistant on the near side, but flag stays down.
I've got to say, I think the most relieved man on the pitch has got to be Harry Brazil, because the goalkeeper made a really good save from the initial effort, and he hit the post. Unfortunately for Harry, it bounced straight out to Jono Hunt, and the big centre-half just had an easy chance just to roll the ball into an empty net. So Bury lead 2-0 after 15 minutes. And that one I think you've got to put down to a little bit of good fortune there for Bury.
Oh, that's Jono Hunt's first goal since Cleatormore at home at the end of November. His third of the season.
That was a very snowy day against Cleatormore.
Certainly was.
And just to prove that we don't hate all the officials in the North West Counties Football League, the referee that day was the best that we've seen.
Yeah, Melissa Bergen.
This season,
yeah,
she was absolutely outstanding. And her assistants were very good as well. Abasoto trying to close Emerson down. Keeper does well to get it forward.
Well, never mind the performance on the pitch, Morris. Some referees, they probably called that game off.
Absolutely, yeah. Jake Kenny cuts out the ball forward, does well. Oh, took a bit of a risk there, but Jimmy Moore helps him out. Kenny with the ball forward.
Evening to Andy Pate and Gary White, who are tuned in. We're going to head to Ratcliffe very shortly.
Well, ball played just behind Matty Williams there, and ball forward from Chrissy Holt, but it just takes a bounce out of play and throw in to be taken by Carney. Here's Eastwood. No sense of adventure from Eastwood's parents. They really should have called him Clint. I think if your surname's Eastwood, you've got to be called Clint.
Campion looking to defend here, but let's head over on the Roach Radio Sports Channel to the Newwood Stadium. Ratcliffe against Stafford Theo Hewson Betts.
Bury have a throw in on that far side. Good defending again by Jimmy Moore. Jake Kenny with the throw up towards Wharton, but it's intercepted by Rhodes. Bury win it back. Ball played forward, looking for the run from Gilboy. Defender does well to get it away. Keane plays it forward. Ball takes a deflection. Jake Kenny wasn't able to get it forward. Matty Williams with a vital interception there against Tabs Hussain.
It's quite a long ball forward there from Campion.
Well, I think Lewis Gilboy seemed to stop then when Wharton tried to play the ball through there. I think he may have thought he was going to be offside, but the linesman on this near side waved him on. Here's Abasoto for Bury. Holt looks for Abasoto down the left-hand side. Too much pace on the ball. Goes out for a Campion throw-in. It'll be in go. With the throw-in. It's a long one, headed forward though by Bury. Brazil beaten in the air. Oh, well cut out by Matty Williams. Gilboy away to his right. Offside flag goes up against Ben Wharton, and he was offside. Good spot there by the liner on this near side. Emerson with the free kick. Gets some good distance on it. Little flick on, and the follow-up. Oh, it's an equaliser.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
It's a goal back.
Oh, it's a goal back.
Totally come from nothing, that.
Well, it was just a long punt forward. It was a flick on. It was very Route 1. I think it was Patrick Sykes with the finish. But our defence just seemed to be static.
Yeah, Patrick Sykes, one of the known goal scorers for Campion. It's his first goal in 3 games, his 4th of the season.
Here's Harry Brazel for Bury. Obasoto, left-hand side. Drifts in towards the centre of the pitch. Wharton. Round it. Gilboy tried to turn Carney, but Campion get it away. It's returned up and then volleyed out of play by Rhodes. Bury throw. Rowney with a ball forward. Rhodes' header isn't the best. Played into the middle. Oh, that was going to go through to Chris Holt right on the penalty spot. Good clearing header there by Rhodes. As the chip comes in, and Emerson does well to grab it at his near post.
David Winkley's just sent us a message on Twitter, Morris. He says, are we going to have another brain teaser from yourself tonight?
Oh, I'm sure I can think of something.
I'm sure you can relate to something in the air in this area. I'm sure you got many stories from many trips to Valley Parade, or I'm sure you can conjure up something from this neck of the woods. Bury winner throw in. Good work there from Brazel. And straight into the path of Ben Wharton, but couldn't quite get the control on it.
He got his shot away. What was unusual about Bradford City's 1911 FA Cup win? Their one and only FA Cup win. As Jack Atkinson gets the ball forward, headed back into the Bury half. Brazel, that was a bit of a high boot there from the Campion midfielder. I think it was Keane.
Answers on a postcard if you know the answer to Morris's brain teaser there, because I have not got a clue.
No, it's not every tie was away. As the ball played wide towards Gilboy, but a good interception there by Carney. He brings it forward over halfway down the left-hand side. He's made a good run there, but then he runs into a John O'Hunt-shaped wall. Wharton does well to find Gilboy. Back to Wharton. The defender's going to get there. Rhodes does well to save the corner, and ball goes out for a throw into Bury. No, nothing to do with Spanish flu, because that was 1918, not 1911. Thank you, Andy.
Thanks to revise.
We've got Team Secretary Andy Corns just sat in front of us here, trying to invent answers. Bury with the throw. Here's Harry Brazel. Oh, just slips on the pitch, and still wins the throw though. It was a challenge in by Robbie Graham.
Good recovery though from Brazel.
It was a very good recovery, because he was actually on the deck when he did it. Gilboy made the distraction there, and Hussein volleys it clear. Holt with the challenge. But, Aidan Kirby gets the ball forward for Campion, but it's cut out, and as Kenny goes to clear it, the ball takes a deflection and goes out for a Bury throw.
David followed up his message by saying, Morris is a walking encyclopedia. Gilboy on the edge of the area there. So he managed to get inside the box.
I just paid attention in school. And any school kids listening, do what your teacher tells you. Pay attention because it pays off later in life.
Well, I don't think they were teaching about the FA Cup final of 1911. I wouldn't have thought that. A couple more tweets. Steve Wolf says he's listening in tonight. Good evening to you, Steve. Paul Forrest says that he's listening in, I'd say in sunny France, but...
in Bergen-Earth.
It probably isn't at this time of night. Colin in Colwyn Bay. And Stephen and Tolly listening in as always. Matt as well.
Me and Paul Forrest go back a long way. Bonsoir, Monsieur Forrest. Comment ça va? I paid attention in French class as well.
And a late challenge there on Abs Obasoto. You see the Bury fans jump up at that one. I think there is actually, is there seats on that far side, or is there a bench?
No, it's like a picnic bench, because I was actually standing over there during the first game in that far corner. I was talking to Chris Rowney and Tom Greaves.
Well, it's going to be a free kick to be taken by
Chris Rowney.
The aforementioned Chris Rowney there.
Really nice lad, Chris. Really nice lad.
Yeah. It's probably about, 5 or 10 yards inside from the corner. Spot, one-man wall round. He delivers the free kick.
Yes, it's gone in!
Just pushed over out of there by the goalkeeper. Big appeals that it crossed the line, but the assistant wasn't interested. I'm not too sure about that myself in the melee. There's a number of players around there. Ben Wharton in possession once again. He's slayed that beautifully through to Gilboy. Shouts for a penalty.
Waved away by the referee. I don't think it was a penalty.
No.
But I'd like to see the VAR on that, whether that crossed the line.
I'm sure if anyone is watching on the stream, they might be able to maybe advise us of
to tweet and let us know.
Got it, Linus, so we'll know one way or the other whether you're right or wrong.
We're going to be heading to Radcliffe soon, because I do believe there has been a goal. If you are listening on the Roach Valley Radio Sports channel, that is, we'll be going to Radcliffe. Uninterrupted commentary tonight on a Roach Valley Radio Extra and our friends on Bury AFC TV. Now I'm going to try and analyse said footage.
Well, Ben Wharton's just said to the linesman, that's embarrassing, really embarrassing.
And the whole team was saying that as well, the players.
Williams with the throw, little flick on. By Brazil to Abasoto, left-hand side of the area. Abs tries to go round the defender. Good challenge by James and Goat, but it's a Bury corner. A lot of the Bury fans behind that goal are insisting that that ball was over the line.
I'll say one fan down the stand here just shouted ins and outs at the line. John Wiggins, the club's commercial director, has sent us a text saying, "I'll wait for this corner to come in." Corner comes in. John O'Hunt's there at the back post, cleared away.
Just scrambled away by Campion. Here's a saying that stopped in his tracks there by Matty Williams.
John says, was it the first FA Cup final to go to a replay?
No, it wasn't. Unlucky, John. Next, please.
Dawn is listening in Cowp. If you don't know where that is, it's
near Baycup.
It's near Baycup. And
we're not that it's not that long until we actually make the trip to the Brian Boyce Stadium.
Yeah, it certainly is it's a very, very interesting ground. I bet you've been there a few times down the years, Morris.
I have indeed. As a ball forward for Gilboy, and the defender was caught in two minds there, whether to play it out for a throw in or whether to concede the corner, because he had Ben Wharton behind him and Lewis Gilboy in front of him.
Yeah, definitely. If you are listening on the Rockford Radio Sports channel, let's check in with Theo Hughes and Betts over at Rackles.
Brazil finds Matty Williams, goes for the return ball. Just got a little bit too much on it, and then great challenge by Matty Williams. Sees the ball spin off Tabs Hussain for another Bury throw. Chris Rowney in a bit of space there. Ball aimed up towards Wharton, and they get it away. Boschel with the clearance, but Bury have it back through Abasoto, up against Ngo, cuts inside, cuts outside, tries to get the crossover, takes a deflection off Eastwood, ball goes out for a Bury throw on that far side. Still 2-1 here at the Players' Car Stadium. Goals from Hunt and Ben Wharton for Bury, and Patrick Sykes for the home side.
Thank you very much to Theo there on the Rockford Radio Sports channel. Stafford leading Radcliffe by a goal to nil, heading towards half time there. Obviously that one kicked off at 7:45. The game here underway at 8 o'clock. We've played 31 and a quarter minutes here. Stuart and Ealing also went for John Wiggins' shout about replays.
I think the first FA Cup final replay was 1970, Chelsea versus Leeds, off the top of my head. Here's Ben Wharton, finds Brazil, he's got Gilboy away to his left, he goes for goal. Well taken by Emerson on the 6-yard box. Good effort though from Harry Brazil. Emerson clears from the edge of his area. Jimmy Moore's underneath it, volleys it forward, finds Abasoto, who controls it beautifully. Abs does really well, he's challenged in the centre circle. Ball's out towards Gilboy, but cut out by Carney. Another Bury throw. Up towards Ben Wharton. Rhodes gets there, Carney volleys clear. Moore with the interception. Brazil, great turn from Harry Brazil, and then a wild lunge there by Rhodes. That should have been a yellow card for me for kicking the ball away.
Is that not a yellow for kicking it away, ref? Is it my book?
Chris Rowney steps forward to take the free kick. Two-man wall for the home side. Ben Wharton currently standing in an offside position. He can't be offside from a free kick though, until the ball's played. Three-man wall now. Ball played towards the back of the area. Holt does well. Rowney, Gilboy, right-hand side of the box. Got Holt alongside him, but he decides to go into the middle. And Campion get it clear. Here's Carney. Ball down the left-hand side, looking for Kirby. Kirby up against Matty Williams, left-hand side of the Bury box. Does well there, Kirby. Oh, and fires it across the face of goal. It had Jack Atkinson beaten. Throw into the home side. Taken by Ngo. Sykes. Ball delivered into the area. Good clearing header. Jimmy Moore and Jake Kenny get it forward to Harry Brazel. Holt.
Great
Ball
forward
with
there.
the outside, but a little bit too much pace on it for Lewis Gilboy to get on the end of it. And well played by Campion to get it away. Ball down the left-hand side. Jack Atkinson will come out and clear that first time. Holt's after it. Good clearing header by Rhodes. And volleyed forward by Robbie Graham. Gilboy. His progress is stopped by Graham.
John's just followed up his message saying that the 1911 FA Cup final did go to a replay after the first game was 0-0.
Which 1911 final?
Yeah.
Was it? Mind, John's a lot older than he looks.
I'm sure he'll thank you for that one.
Good delivery in by Matty Williams. Goes right across the 18-yard area. Finds Abasoto. Turns. What can he do? Gets the ball into the middle. It's headed up into the air. The ball's still not clear. That'll be a Bury corner. The ball came off Eastwood. I'll give the answer at half-time and we'll have another one for the second half.
I have a special guest at half-time as well.
We do have a special guest at half-time.
We'll keep you guessing on that one, listeners.
Yeah.
If you've got any guesses as to who it might be, I'll be very impressed if you get it right.
Give you a clue. It's a former Bury defender. I think John O'Hunt was expecting Matty Williams to. Lewis Gilboy to go for that ball earlier. As Matty Williams gets it back to Atkinson. Atkinson clears up the middle of the park. And the centre half had his arm. How was that not a free kick? Unbelievable.
I know they said ins and outs, but we're joking.
He was going in and out.
Chris Saville, Bury's programme editor, says, answer to the question, was it the first goalless draw in an FA Cup final?
No.
Certainly got the public guessing with this one, Morris. It's everyone's waiting with bated breath to
half-time
to find out the answer, which we've got. What about 8 minutes to the break?
A good flick on there by Ben Wharton. Couldn't find a white shirt though. Bury putting the Campion defence under pressure. But, Emerson smashes it forward. Hunt with a towering header forward. And then a big push in the back there on Abzoba Soto. We're having a substitute, I think we are, on that far side.
Yeah, it does look like it,
For
doesn't it?
Campion.
Kind of a strange one to make, unless there is an injury. Strange decision to make. One. What are we? 4 or 5 minutes. Sorry, 6 or 7 minutes from half time.
Especially when they don't hold the board up and you can't see who's gone off because he's sat down. 7 went off, so that was Nicky Boschel. I'm sure there used to be a Nicky Boschel who played at Stockport County.
Who's come on?
I don't know, I didn't see his shirt. That's why it helps when they hold the board up.
Number 9 should already be on the pitch.
Oh, here we go. Here comes the board.
13's goalkeeper. Oh, Woodbury don't got 13 on the bench either.
A good ball forward there towards Wharton, headed clear.
A ball wide to Tabs Hussein, who cuts inside one, cuts inside two, gets a shot away. Good save by Jack Atkinson. He was right behind it, and to be fair, it was straight at him.
That's Crossley that's come on.
So the substitution is Ethan Crossley on for Nicky Boschel. Bury have a throw in on the far side, which Jake Kenny is lining up to take. One or two people starting to make their way around to the refreshment bar for a much needed cup of tea.
Well, Dean Hamers sends the text saying, my mate Colin thinks it was the first time the current FA Cup was awarded.
He's very, very close.
Ooh.
Very, very close. But there was something particular about it.
Well, we've got another one. Liam says, Bradford Cup final, was it that Bradford were amateur?
No. No, the only amateur team in the professional era to reach the FA Cup final were Tottenham in 1901.
And Stuart says, it was the first FA Cup final where you could buy a pie and Bovril. Oh, that one was a good one, that, Stuart. I think everyone enjoyed that.
Enjoyed that one. It's a good answer. But as what's his name from? What was that team? Mike. What was he called? Walker. Said it's good, but it's not right. Eh?
Andy Constance, it's the first final you watched.
I'm old, Andy, but I'm not that old.
Campion free kick into the penalty area, headed clear by John O'Hunt. Matty Williams gets it clear again on the edge of the area.
Eastwood fires it wide left, but a good header by Matty Williams. But Campion still in possession. Shot comes in, but Jack Atkinson gets it at the second attempt.
Jason Hearn's also gone for the new trophy. Says 1911 was it the first year of the new trophy design after United copied the old one.
Again in the right area, but I'm looking for something specific. As Jimmy Moore just tries to shepherd the ball out, then just dummies the attacker and gets the ball away to Jake Kenny. Oh, the ball down the left-hand side was aimed for Ben Wharton, but it was just knocked out.
I think Jason might have got it here, Morris. It was designed in Bradford as well.
Correct.
Well done, Jason.
Correct.
And John Wiggins has also got that one as well.
Yeah, it was made by a company of Italian silversmiths who'd moved to the city of Bradford.
Brazil into the area there.
Just miscued that as he was trying to get the ball over. Yeah, the company were called Fascetti and Sons, and they were silversmiths, who were from Italy, but they emigrated to the UK, and they made the current FA Cup, and the first team to win it were Bradford City. And unfortunately, Fascetti's are actually closing down. I think it was either the great-grandfather or the great-great-grandfather of the man who currently owns the shop, who's had to make the sad decision to close the business down. But they're at the moment they are still going. But yeah, well done to the two who got it right. So another one in the second half.
There's a few other good guesses. Is it that the opposition didn't have a manager? Was it the first game away from Wembley?
We weren't even at Wembley till 1923.
I'm only reading what's on the screen.
Here's Jimmy Moore looking for Gilboy. Oh, what a first touch that was. What a first touch. Gets the ball into the middle and
Offside flag's up.
offside flag is up against Ben Wharton. And that's a real shame because what a take that was by Lewis Gilboy.
I have reviewed the footage for the goal, and I won't say it too loudly, but I don't think it crossed the line. It was very close.
Moore with a header out for a Campion throw on that far side.
You can't do it because the video's up there. The video's on our red line. So you're not going to be able to tell from the video that it's 40 yard away.
Ben says, question for Morris: last team to win the FA Cup wearing stripes.
Wigan Athletic.
Oh, he hasn't given me the answer, so we'll have to wait
I'm just trying to remember what colour Wigan wore when they beat Man City in 2013.
I think it was their blue and white home kit. Or would it have been? Because depending on who was the home team that day, because obviously City would possibly slightly clash, but
we've got to throw in to Campion. That's a strange one, that by Ingo, but the half-time whistle stops any further progress by the home side. So half-time here at the select of the Players' Cars Stadium. It's Campion 1, Bury 2. Goals from Ben Wharton with a delightful chip over the goalkeeper Emerson, and then a bit of a fortunate one for Bury as the ball fell to the feet of Harry Brazell and his shot cannoned back off the post straight to waiting John O'Hunt, who had the easiest touch of the night to roll the ball into an empty net. So 2-1 Bury at half-time.
it certainly is. If you are with us on Bury AFC TV, do stay with us. We'll be with you back in just a couple of minutes once we are joined by our special guest. But in the meantime, let's check in with Theo Hewson-Betts. And Theo, an interesting first half for Ratcliffe. Obviously, that's at the break was 0-0. How's the second half started?
It was tight.
absolute pleasure to.
Yeah, it should be.
You sure?
Yeah, it should be. I don't know. There's nothing. Speak.
Hello? Technical gremlins there. Adam's finally sorted it out. It's our great pleasure to, certainly my great pleasure to welcome an old mate of ours, and it's a very, very good evening to local lad, Joe Scars. How are you, Joe?
Yeah, I'm not bad, thank you. Obviously, play for a club in Bury's league now at the minute, and just thought I'd come down and do a little bit of scouting to watch Campion and Bury. So yeah, pleased to see you again, obviously.
Yeah, well, it's great to have you on. Thanks for coming on. So, as you say, you're at Golka. You're second in the league. How close a finish do you think it's going to be?
Bury are favourites. There's no two bones about it. If they win tonight, which they obviously currently are doing, puts them 6 points clear with 10 games left, which would mean they have to lose 2 games, something they've not done all season. They've not lost a game yet, and we'd have to obviously to win 2 games just to make that up. I think everyone knows we've got the last game of the season is Golka v Bury, so we just want to try and keep the pressure on Bury as much as we can. There's Holker as well, who are just below us, so it's a really it's a really fascinating league, and it's just something that we're really proud of, that we're actually pushing a club like Bury close, and I think the likes of Golka and Holker deserve a huge amount of credit, as do Bury, because they've been fantastic. I mean, we played yourselves. I think it was October we played you, and you were the best team that we played by a country mile this season. On the night, you were too good for us, and we were openly honest enough to admit that. So we're just, like I say, we're taking each game as it comes, and hopefully keeping the pressure on Bury, and just if they do slip up, which it looks a tough ask, and I've been watching them tonight, and it just clarifies my thoughts, and that they're a really, really good team, and I think they could play 2 leagues higher than they're currently at.
Oh, it's very, very nice of you to say that, Joe. I actually said you're a local lad. You're not local to Bradford. You're a Huddersfield lad.
Yeah.
And obviously Golka is a Huddersfield-based side. So how did you actually end up joining Holker?
Yeah, like I say, when I left Bury, when Bury AFC, and I was on loan at Halifax during that time, and it took a lot out of me personally when I was at Bury. Didn't just the whole circumstances and everything affects how you are at home and things, and then I dropped out of the professional game and went into the Conference North. Didn't really enjoy that at all, in fairness, and I knew that the next stage was coaching, so I'm coaching at Sheffield United now currently, and the opportunity to join Golka and try and help a local team progress up the leagues with the ambition that the people at the club have got, was just something in the time of my career and time of my life, wanting to spend more time with my family, getting a little bit of a better balance in terms of football and family life, and trying to start my pathway in my coaching career. It just all seemed to fit, and I love it now. I love it. I wish I'd have probably come to Golka sooner, as soon as I left Bury. When I look back, the league's fantastic. You've got down-to-earth people wanting to do good things at football clubs, and I think it's fantastic.
How did the job at Sheffield United come about?
Yeah, so obviously when I came back from Oxford and joined Bury, I started coaching at Rotherham, and then the head of coaching at Sheffield United was my coach coming up through the Huddersfield Town system. So he obviously got my qualifications, and he knew about those, and he asked me if I'd be interested in coming to Sheffield United and doing some coaching there, which I've been doing ever since. So I'm really enjoying that, and trying to pass on my experiences and my knowledge, and my not so knowledge, and but trying to improve the young players.
Yeah. What age group are you coaching?
Yeah, my role is individual defensive coach, so I do all the way through the under 9s to the under 23s. some days I'm in with the under-23s and the 18s, and then some evenings I'm with the under-9s, under-10s. So it ranges from the young lads right the way through to the senior lads who are trying to get into that first team, which is good. You know, I learn. You know, like I say, sometimes in the day where it's a lot more cutthroat, and then some evenings I'm in with the under-10s and they just want to love football and enjoy football. So it's all, you know, ever since I've played as a professional, I've had goals, and I've always set myself goals, and I've got a goal to one day hopefully become a manager, or at least be a first team coach.
Well, that was going to be my next question, whether you have ambitions to actually take a manager's role, or like Stevie Schumacher down at Plymouth, he was Lowy's assistant. And now he's ended up with the top job.
Of course, yeah. Like you say, Lowy's doing fantastic at Preston now. Shuey's now at Plymouth, and you know, they're two players that I played with, and I had a really good time when I played them at Bury in the first, obviously, time that I was there, and we got promotion then. And then Lowy got the job when I was there the second time, and he's done brilliant. Shuey's a really good coach, knowledgeable, and you know, just working with them players and learning off those players when I played with them is hopefully going to stand me in good stead for when I do eventually hopefully become a manager.
And so with Golka, are you just purely in a playing role these days?
It's player coach, but you know, we've got our managers there are brothers, and if they want me to give any input, I will do. Sometimes on a Thursday when we train, I'll do a little bit of stuff tactically with the team. But yeah, if they need my advice or a little bit of my say, then I will do it. If not, then I'm happy to just play and listen to them.
Well, I know that when we played you back in October, you're still a menace at set pieces.
Yeah.
And it was really good to see you, and good to see, you know, some of our old boys still playing and still enjoying the game.
Yeah, like you say, I love football, and I'll always will love football. I had a tough time when I came back the second time at Bury, and you know, it probably left a little bit of a sour taste in me and some of the fans that were at the club, because I don't think I did myself any justice in that second spell. For whatever reason, you know, I was injured and stuff. Maybe should have just been like, right, I've done it at Bury, I've enjoyed my time there, go elsewhere. But you know, you make decisions in life, and I came home really. I came back up north from Oxford because of my family, because I wanted to get my little girl settled in school up north and things like that. So, you know, everything you do everything in life for a reason, and I'll always have fond memories of Bury, and obviously watch even AFC Bury now, or Bury AFC as you call it. You know, it's fantastic what they're doing. The manager's done a great job here. All the players have done a great job in getting the feel-good factor, I think, about the club and about the whole town again. And it'll be interesting to see what happens, obviously, with all the Gig Lane news and things. It'll be interesting to see what happens. And that's another thing, you know, why it's important that, you know, we try and, if we can't win the league, we consolidate that second spot. We've got Hawker 5 points behind us. And you never know with what happens with Bury and things, if they get promoted 2 leagues or 3 leagues or whatever, then that second spot might, you know, it might be where they get promoted as well.
Well, let's hope that Golka are certainly involved in the shake-up at the end of the season. Joe, it's been an absolute pleasure to see you again, mate. And thanks very much for coming on Roach Valley Radio.
No problem. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you at the last game of the season. Hope to see you all there.
We'll see you April 2nd.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Top man.
Adam, back to Adam in a second, but Joe Scars, their former Bury defender, and currently on the coaching staff at Golka United, who are currently second in the division behind ourselves, and by 3 points, and hopefully the Bury lads will extend that to 6 points by sealing a victory here tonight at the the Players' Car Stadium. I have to get that right.
I must add, Morris, Joe promised said something in the warm up at the game back in October that he might score a free kick against Bury. I don't know whether he remembers that, but we'll see whether that comes true in April. But it certainly didn't come during the during the home game. So it'll be interesting to know. But it was great for Joe
he can score an injury time consolation.
Oh yeah.
At April. Thanks, Joe. Cheers, mate. Yeah, Joe Scars there. Still has fond memories of his time at Bury, and when he came back from Oxford, I was really pleased to see him back, because it was round about that time when we had Gareth Roberts, who I've got to say, despite him being a Welsh international, is probably one of the two worst left backs I ever saw in a Bury shirt. Along with a guy called Steve Kenworthy back in the early 80s, and Neil will probably remember him. And but I always really liked Scarsy. He was always really well committed to the cause, and as he said, as he alluded to, he didn't really have a great second spell with us, mainly down to injury. And then he went out on loan to Rotherham, and then that move became permanent. He had a loan spell at Halifax Town as well, but it was. I always liked Joe Scars. I always thought he was a really solid left back.
And what a player to be playing at this level for Golka.
Absolutely, all that experience. I mean, you can't buy that kind of experience. I mean, off the top of my head, I can probably think of there's our own Aidan Chippendale, and Joe, and I can't actually think of any other former league player who's played, consistently at sort of League 2 or higher. I mean, obviously Andy Welch, our own manager, was at Sunderland.
There's definitely someone. I bet. Well, maybe not this season, but from years gone by, there's sort of there'll be players that have, as you said.
I'm sure. But the two teams are back out, and we're just about to get off for the second half, and it will be Campion to kick off. Jack Atkinson just going through a little warm-up routine, and we are about to get underway. Aidan Kirby, the captain of Campion, will get us underway in just a second. John O'Hunt just geeing up the troops. And off we go. Ball driven forward, and Jake Kenny will just shepherd that ball out for a Bury goal kick.
Just been informed, Morris, that today's attendance is 551.
Well, that's more than there was pre-Christmas.
Yeah.
551.
I believe from my notes it was 441 that were in attendance at the abandoned fixture. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I didn't expect it to increase. I thought it'd probably sit around the same figure, but obviously it is a pay what you want at the gate tonight. So many Bury fans have taken the opportunity to donate what they want to Campion tonight.
Well, even though I'm quite lucky. We're both quite lucky that we get in for nothing via a press pass, as most press people do when they're covering any level of football, whether it's Premier League or whether it's Tier 10 like this. But I still chipped in a fiver tonight again. I mean, I bought 2 tickets for the original game, and
Bury coming here headed clear.
Didn't seek a refund for that, and I've given them another fiver tonight. So it's we've got to keep clubs like this alive.
Yeah, definitely.
Jake Kenny smashes the ball forward, and then a foul given against Ben Wharton for a little nudge on Scott Eastwood.
And you got to give credit to the volunteers here tonight, Morris. So speaking to the lad on the lad on the car park, the the gentleman on the car park as we arrived, and he was talking about when he got home from the game, the abandoned game. He said he lives about 2 or 3 miles away from here. Bury playing through on goal here.
Chris Holt. Chris Holt goes through. Oh, he's dragged it wide. Penalty. Well, I didn't expect
and
that.
a yellow card. I'm not too sure about that one, to be honest with you, Morris.
Well, from a distance, it just looked that
player won the ball.
I thought that Chris Holt had actually dragged his shot wide of the right hand upright there.
Who was it that was booked on?
And I've got to say, it's taken me by surprise. But Ben Wharton has a chance to put Bury 3-1 up.
Yeah, it was Robbie Graham, Morris, that made the foul.
The number 6, yeah. Ben Wharton looking to notch his second of the match. He's missed it. He's missed it. I think it hit the post.
Yeah, it did. It hit the post and cannoned away to the left, which sort of didn't allow any rebound.
Well, a bright start to the second half for Bury.
Jamie Pickup says he's listed in Newcastle. A very good evening to you, Jamie. It was Coventry, Morris, that the last FA Cup team to win wearing stripes, from what Ben has messaged over half-time, because Wigan wore a black and yellow kit in their 2013 win.
I couldn't remember what kit they wore.
See how far it came back?
I think the only saving grace from that one, Morris, is that it's not a crucial goal, but you never know what it might be. Ooh. But it was just to add to the tally for that penalty, as Campion looked to come forward here.
They've got 4 against 3 here, but
great recovery there from Jim Moore.
And again,
he's tugged back in the build up to that last.
And again
as well. Well, he's got it back. Brilliant there from.
That's outstanding from Jimmy Moore. Absolutely outstanding.
If you are listening on the Roach Fellow Radio Sports channel, let's check in with Theo Hewson Betts and see how the second half is progressing between Radcliffe and Stafford. Here he is. What's that? Looks like the number 2. Ngo's going in the book.
No, it's Jimmy Moore who's getting booked.
Oh, apologies. Sorry, yeah.
Jimmy Moore.
It was Ngo that was fouled.
A yellow card. It's going to be Robbie Graham, who himself has got a yellow card. He will deliver this free kick from the right-hand side. Hussein is calling for it just to his left as it's played in. It's headed clear by Chris Rowney. And then Abasoto helps the ball get forward, and Gilboy is unceremoniously dumped there on the floor by James Carney.
Yeah, pushed in the back there. Jake Kenny with the free kick.
He was looking for Abasoto there. It was headed clear by Ngo. Williams. His ball forward was cut out. Jimmy Moore with a good header to stop Kirby getting away. Hunt with a ball forward. Eastwood. Again, smashed forward, and Williams with a header, then Hunt, but Campion have possession. Ball played out to the substitute. But Bury get it away. Here's Obasoto. Cuts through midfield. Looks to find Brazil, but the ball's cut out. Bury tried to win possession again, but Ben Wharton adjudged to have fouled Rhodes.
Yeah, thanks Theo for that update on the Roach Valley Radio Sports channel. Radcliffe 1-0 down, still against Stafford as they missed that opportunity from a free kick from a back pass. Theo said there that he was going to read up on the rules about back passes as he wasn't sure the referee gave the correct decision there. Plenty more from Theo to come throughout the evening. Jim Moore is fouled.
Fouled by Kirby.
Bury fans making themselves known to the referee, Mr. Ryan Aldred.
Jack Atkinson comes a few yards out of his area to take this free kick. Ben Wharton calling for it.
I wonder if he's a relation of Tom Aldred, this referee.
No idea.
Because I was told by Bury AFC matchday secretary Andy Corns that this referee was from Bolton. And I do know that Tom Aldred was also from Bolton. So
He might be his younger brother. But I don't think he's anywhere near as old as Tom Aldred. Chris Holt with a good challenge as a shot comes in from Sykes. Goes well over the ball, and Jack Atkinson having a bit of a rant at his defenders. Second ball he's shouting.
yeah, obviously Tom Aldred over in Australia now with the Brisbane Roar. 31, he'll be 32 in September.
Along with Jay O'Shea.
Yeah, definitely. Watch much Australian football, Morris? I know you're a keen interest of football worldwide, but I don't know whether it's the right time zone. It's usually sort of what, half 8, 9 o'clock on a sort of Saturday, Sunday morning.
I have watched quite a few Aussie games. In fact, the last Aussie game I watched was Perth Glory and Newcastle Jets ladies football, which finished in a 1-1 draw. But that must have been an evening game or something, because it wasn't first thing in the morning as the men's game usually is.
Moorhead's clear there to deny Sykes. It's going to be the substitute Crossley to take the throw in. In fact, he's left that for James and go.
His parents really should have called him stop.
Referee getting in the way there of Lewis Gilboy. Abasoto ball over the top. Holt tried to get the challenge there as the ball goes high, but Kenny heads clear. Only as far as Crossley, who takes a shot, but Atkinson saves.
Sharply down to his right-hand side there, Jack Atkinson. Good save by the Bury stopper.
Good bit of work there from Crossley though on this near side.
Here's Abasoto going down the right-hand side for Bury. So Campion get it forward only as far as John O'Hunt. The ball's out for a Campion throw. Temperature's starting to drop here in West Yorkshire.
Taking it from
Carney with the throw, headed forward by Matty Williams. Brazell was calling for the ball if Chris Holt had been able to get possession, but Jake Kenny was the player who ended up with the ball, played it down the left-hand side, but out for a Campion throw, which Ngo will take on the halfway line.
We had loads of guesses to the first half quiz question, Morris. I'm just picking up some of them now. There was a couple of others. John Aspinall said, was it the one where subs were used for the first time? Again, Alex Jackson going along the same lines.
No, well, it wasn't subs because substitutes weren't brought in until 1965.
And can you just remind everyone of that first half quiz question and, of course, the answer? And I'm sure you can set the second half one as well.
Yeah, the original question was, what was unusual about Bradford City's 1911 FA Cup victory? And as guessed correctly by John Wiggins and another, whose name I can't forget, I apologise for that. The FA Cup was actually made here in Bradford by Fischetti and Sons, Silversmiths, and the first team to win it were, in fact, Bradford City. As Jake Kenny does well to get the ball down the left-hand side. Can't keep it in play, though. Throw in to Campion. And Go will take it. This second half quiz question is, which English ground hosted the last European Cup Winners' Cup final? That's what I've just thought off the top of my head.
English ground,
English ground, yeah.
Well, sends a tweet at Roach Valley Radio if you know the answer to that one.
Main Road? Not Main Road. Etihad won Glasgow, wasn't it?
No. That was the UEFA Cup final.
That caused some chaos in Manchester, didn't it? That's,
I was there.
That's
I was there.
front and centre of the chaos.
But that stopped in the 90s, didn't it? Cup Winners' Cup. It's like in 2000.
Ben Wharton does well, shields the ball, and the ball's poked away from him, but it's a Bury throw.
Because he stopped that for the Europa League, didn't they? The Malaysian ball.
Bury with it in midfield. Gilboy gets to turn his man.
He's trying to go round Carney there. Gets the ball. That's a lovely cross. A little offside flag's gone up against Ben Wharton again. Was he taking a bit of a blow to the head there? As
Obviously, he did that. It made the header, but I don't know whether it's because he landed funny, maybe. But he's sat up. Physio not required.
He's certainly got a bit of direction on it because Abs Abasoto was coming in at the back stick for it. He's made of stern stuff, is Ben Wharton.
Certainly is.
But free kick will get us underway again, which Emerson will take.
Harold Mercer says, is it Villa Park?
Well done, Harold Mercer.
He says he was there
It was Atletico Madrid and Lazio.
in the year.
Oh, crikey. I think off the top of my head, I think it was like 97.
90. I'll do some Googling.
See, I don't use Googling, Adam.
99.
99. I knew it was late 90s. But I have to say that I really miss the European Cup Winners' Cup. We used to get some really fascinating times. I remember Newport County had a run to the quarter-finals and they lost to an East German side called Karl Zeiss Jena, who were basically the works factory for a company that did binoculars and cameras and things. Here's Abasoto, edge of the area. He's managed to get to turn. Finds Kenny. Ball's played into the box, and offside flag again goes up against Ben Wharton.
Looks like Bury are preparing a change. John Aspinall's also got Villa Park correctly. Yeah, John's also followed up with the 1998-99 season. John O'Hunt with a good header there in midfield.
Oh, that was an industrial challenge there on Harry Brazell, but here's Gilboy inside the box, turns his man. Can he get a shot away? No, he can't. And Emerson comes scrambling out of his goal, makes the pick up.
Seems like a great game at Broadhurst Park. FC United of Manchester 3, Whitby Town 4. Whitby Town went 1-0 up. FC United of Manchester equalised. Whitby Town went 2-1 up. Whitby Town went 3-1 up. And then FC United pulled it back.
Here's Abasoto. Offside flag goes up against Abasoto. I don't think he's too impressed with that decision.
FC United got it back to 3-3, and then Whitby taking the lead. Bury change not quite ready yet. Ratcliffe still 1-0 down at home to Stafford Rangers.
I know a fantastic chippy in Whitby called the Magpie at the top of the funicular railway up from the beach.
Talking of chippies, it's a trip to Blackpool in a couple of weeks. Surely you've ironed out a good fish and chip shop for that one.
No, we've actually got a very good pub that we went to when we played our friends at Squires Gate. It's not too far away from the ground.
They're in quite close proximity to.
They're virtually next to each other. Yeah. In fact, I think the car park that we parked on for the Squires Gate game is the car park for AFC Blackpool.
Oh, right, okay.
Atkinson drives the ball forward. Takes a little flick off a defender, but reaches Wharton. Rowney. Great ball out to the left-hand side for Abs Abasoto. Up against Ngo. Inside the area. Gets the ball across and scrambled away by the defence. Rowney battling away there with Sykes. The linesman eventually puts his flag up when it was a clear offside. Tabs Hussain was well offside there. And I think is it Chris Holt going off?
No, it isn't. Chris Holt's just receiving some instructions.
Yeah, it's Harry Brazell.
Looks like he's
going off.
He's going to replaced by Tom Greaves. And whilst the substitution's being made, let's nip over on the Roach Radio Sports Channel 2. Radcliffe against Stafford and check in with Theo and see how the closing stages are going. So Tom Greaves is on. Although he seems to be having a slight technical problem to Theo. We'll be back to him very shortly. Tom Greaves on to replace Harry Brazell. 66 minutes played in this second half. Another shout for a penalty here, but
I'm not sure whether he's given that inside or outside the area. He's given another yellow card. It's outside the area. That certainly looked more of a foul than the one that Ben Wharton missed. Rowney is going forward for this one, as is Lewis Gilboy. this going to be Gilboy? Is it going to be Rowney? Right footer. Well, Chris Holt is stood completely unmarked on the edge of the D. In it comes. Oh, good save by Emerson. Corner to Bury, but that was a good save by the Campion goalkeeper.
Yeah, it certainly was. Let's head over on the Roach Radio Sports Channel, hopefully now, to Theo Hewson Bets and see how the closing stages are going between Radcliffe and Stafford. There we go.
Ball's delivered into the box, headed clear by the Campion defence and then played forward. Offside flag goes up against one of the Campion players who'd come back from an offside position. Jimmy Moore will take this free kick. Bury still leading here 2-1. Goals from Wharton and Hunt. Sykes with the reply for Campion. And the flick on by Ben Wharton didn't find Gilboy, out for a throw-in. Carney will take it for Campion. Little header forward by Gilboy. Then smashed forward, and the referee has given a free kick to Campion. Taken across the back, here's Rhodes. Rhodes drives the ball forward. Hunt's there to meet it, gets it clear. Gilboy gets a touch. Handball shout, handball given against James Carney. So free kick from the edge of the centre circle. John O'Hunt, big Bury centre back and captain, will take it. Plays it forward, headed clear. Wharton again, lovely close control by the big number 9. Gets a shot away, blocked by Eastwood. And then a miscontrol there by Chris Holt. Gives the home side a chance to break forward, but Tabs Hussain can't do anything with it, and the ball, he actually runs the ball out of play for a Bury throw. Matty Williams with the throw. Wharton wins Bury another throw, made about 15-20 yards progress down that right-hand side. Williams again with the throw. Looks for Wharton, edge of the area. Tries to find Abasoto, but it's cut out there by and go. And Holt's challenge didn't get anywhere near the ball. And Chris Rowney wins it back. Abasoto's got a chance to run forward. Can he get to the byline? Yes, he can. He can pull it across, and it's cleared well by Eastwood. Out for a Bury throw down by the corner flag on the left-hand side.
Also, thank you to Theo for all that. Updates on the Sports Channel. Stafford still leading Radcliffe by a goal to nil, but it sounds like very much Radcliffe are pushing in the closing stages of that. What about 3 minutes of normal time, plus any additional minutes to go there? As the cross comes in from Jake Kenny.
Well kept in there by Lewis Gilboy. Gilboy does well. He looked like he was being fouled, and then the linesman on that far side gives a free kick against Lewis Gilboy.
Yeah, probably slightly soft, that one, to be honest with you, Morris.
Yeah. Emerson will take it, but he's not taking it from anywhere near where the actual offence took place.
A few boos from the Bury fans on the far side. Just remember,
Great challenge by Chris Rowney.
Just a reminder, today's attendance 551.
I think that's a ground record.
Yeah, it probably is, yeah.
I think the average attendance here is about 87 or something like that.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And I did have they had about 300 on against Golka. Oh, sorry, 193 against Golka in August.
Tom Greaves with an opportunity here.
Jack Atkinson's very vocal from the back. Hunt with a good header forward. Flicked on by Gilboy. Volleyed clear by Rhodes. Here's Hussain, left-hand side. But it's not going to get the better of Matty Williams. And Hunt completes the clearance up towards Wharton, who brings it down well. But he's 8-man there, 2-1. Ball's played forward, and Crossley has come back from an offside position. And that will be a Bury free kick. Is it me, or has Jake Kenny got a bit of a limp on there? He's not moving well, is he?
Slightly, yeah. Don't forget today's Bury AFC coverage on Roach Radio is brought to you, as always, by RC Solutions Pitch Care. First choice for all your turf needs. You can head to their website, rcsolutionspitchcare.co.uk for more. They're also across social media, and you can find more sort of phone numbers and email contacts via their website. Jake Kenny hooks the ball clear there.
Kirby gets it down for Campion. Here's Crossley. Well tackled by Jake Kenny. Plays the ball forward. Cut out though by Eastwood, who opts to go back to his goalkeeper. Then his ball out towards Hussain. Had too much pace and power on it. It goes out for a Bury throw. .15 remaining here at the home of Campion. Players' Car Stadium in West Bradford. And Go does well to get past two Bury players there, Obasoto and Holt. It's a good ball to find Sykes. And then Jake Kenny got away with one there, I think, and Sykes plays the ball out unintentionally for a Bury goal kick.
Yeah, I think you're right. There isn't something quite right about Jake.
He's not moving fluently, is he?
No.
Jake Kenny.
Jack Atkinson with the goal kick. I make tonight's flag count, Morris, a mere 8 away to our right-hand side as Bury come here. It's Tom Greaves. Oh, he's just trickled wide.
Dragged it wide.
He didn't even go out.
Oh, good challenge again by Jake Kenny. Finds Abasoto. Here's Rowney. Pokes the ball through for Wharton. Turns well. Feeds it through to Greaves.
Saved.
And well saved by Emerson. So 2 chances in close succession there for Bury.
Header clear there by Jono Hunt. Another good challenge there from Jono Hunt, but the referee disagrees. Kirby, the man fouled. Campion throwing all but 3 players forward, the 2 fullbacks and the taker. The only players back as it's looped into the box. Moore hooks it clear.
Greaves is after it, away down the right-hand side. He's got to go round Kearney. He's got the fresher legs. He's got the older legs. And Bury do well there because Eastwood has to scramble back and get the ball out for a Bury throw-in. Good run that from Tom Greaves.
Certainly was. It'd be interesting to see if Andy Welsh looks to make any other changes in the closing stages here.
Gilboy gets it back to Williams. Good cross in. Headed down. Oh, that's a terrific save again by Emerson, sorry.
The keeper on the line, no, defender on the line and the keeper jumps on the ball.
Jack Atkinson does well, comes out of his goal quickly. I think it was covered by Jake Kenny, but Kirby was bearing down on the 2 of them. Wharton, Gilboy, just overplayed that a little bit, but he recovers well. And Rhodes makes the challenge, puts the ball out for another Bury throw. Again, Matty Williams makes his way forward down that right-hand side to take the throw. Gilboy gets the ball over. Header comes in from Tom Greaves, but no power on it. Right direction, but no power. I think Campion are going to make another change in a second. But there's no sign of any Bury subs warming up.
No.
Jimmy Moore with a good header. Holt with the ball forward. Abasoto.
Holt down the left-hand side, but that looks like it's going to run out for a Campion throw-in. We are going to see a Campion change, or no, the referee just wanting to make sure the player takes it from the correct position. Rowney looking to pick it up in midfield, but it's a long ball forward towards Hussein on the far side of the ground. That's going to be cleared. Bury win themselves a throw, but we are going to see that change for Campion.
It's Hussein that's going off.
And he is going to be replaced by, looks like, number 14, who is
Panketi Tassetti. It's almost like a Fijian name.
He's going to be on for the final 10 minutes. He's come over to this near side, and we've seen Kirby take up Hussein's position on the left. Oh, my apologies, sorry, Crossley, the earlier substitute, has picked up the position on the left. Free kick comes in for Campion, and Ben Wharton is fouled. Sassetti looking to speed up the play. Looks like Jack Atkinson bit of tactics there, you could say. He's asking referees asking Jack Atkinson to speed it up.
It was. It's been a good battle that between Rhodes and Ben Wharton.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's added an extra dimension for that Campion back line since Greaves has come on, and they've got to deal with both of them.
Yeah. I think Campion have come into it a little bit more in this last sort of 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, definitely. Must also say on the substitutions front, Morris, interestingly enough, Bury only made one change in the home fixture against Campion, which was Liam McDevitt coming off the bench.
Rowney with a challenge. Hunt. Atkinson clears, but directionally not very good. Goes out for a throw-in, quickly taken.
In cricket, you could say Maurice won bounce 4 as that bounced over onto the adjacent cricket field. Jimmy
Moore again. But, Jimmy's distribution lets him down on that occasion. Picked up by Ngo.
If you are listening on Roach Valley Radio Sports Channel, let's head to the Newman Stadium and get a full-time report from Theo Hewson-Betts. There's appeals from both sides for the throw-in. Campion that have been the successful ones. It looks like it's going to be Rhodes to take it on the far side.
He's got to take it from the right place. Well, if he's taking it from the wrong place, surely that's a foul throw.
Referee not interested as it is cleared.
Carney with the throw. Short to Kirby. Played across looking for Tassetti, who gets a touch to it, but the ball goes out for a Bury goal kick.
Hearing reports that a spectator was ejected from the game at Radcliffe this evening. Obviously, just trying to hear the report from Theo as the game carries on here. It looks like from some abuse that was hurled onto the pitch. Not too sure any details on that, but a supporter ejected at some point during the game there. Theo giving credit to the Radcliffe steward staff there. As Jack Atkinson takes the goal kick.
Well, if it's racist or homophobic, then well done the stewards, I say.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what that is. But Radcliffe have lost that game there tonight. So they go to Lancaster at the weekend.
As Campion get a free kick.
Thank you very much, Theo, for your contributions tonight. And listeners will be delighted to know that Theo will be returning on Saturday as Radcliffe make the trip to Lancaster. And as he said in his report there, you'll be able to get some reaction from the game at the Newman Stadium on our social media channels over the next few days. Ben Wharton looking to make an attack there, but Campion get it clear.
Radcliffe off to the wonderfully named Giant Axe, home of Lancaster City at the weekend.
Certainly are.
I think that's one of the best football ground names in England, Giant Axe.
Just needs. I can't. From the visit I made to Lancaster a couple of years ago, I think all it's missing is probably just a giant axe somewhere in the on the ground with a name like that. He surely should have a monument like that.
Abasoto has a chance, gets a shot away, but it's half blocked by a combination of Ngo and Tassetti. Clearance that goes forward goes out into the arms of the Bury bench, which will be a Bury throw. Again, Matty Williams will take it.
Got 4 minutes of this one remaining. Don't forget, as always, tonight's coverage brought to you by RC Solutions Pitch Care. You can head to their website, rcsolutionspitchcare.co.uk, for more. As Bury have a throw-in that is going to be taken by Jono Hunt. In fact, that's Matty Williams. And the referee is asking for it to be taken another 15 yards further back.
From the right blade of grass. Williams with the throw. Can't find Wharton. Rhodes Ball goes out under the challenge from Ben Wharton. And then Campion give Bury a throw in. Miscontrol there by Patrick Sykes. Again, it's Matty Williams with the throw down the right-hand side, looking for Wharton. And then the referee sees a free kick given against Tom Greaves, I think.
A bit of minor handbags. Oh.
Another free kick for a foul by Greaves. Ben Wharton making his way back to help defend this free kick. Again, it's Eastwood to deliver it. Good clearance by Holt. Abasoto. And good defending there by Rhodes. Good challenge on Abasoto on the edge of the centre circle. Here's Ngo for Campion. Bury still lead 2-1. And then a ball across the park from Ngo goes straight out of play for a Bury throw-in on the far side. Is Liam McDevitt warming up there?
Yeah, it does look like it.
2 minutes remaining of the 90.
And he's bouncing up and down. Is Liam McDevitt by the looks of it.
Here's Tessetti. There's a ball played forward and goes harmlessly through to Jack Atkinson, who just wastes an extra few seconds as Kirby makes his way into the area. Sorry, it wasn't Kirby, it was Daniel Keane. I'll tell you what, I think Ngo's been very impressive for them at right back.
Yeah, he certainly has.
I think he's been their best player tonight. Him or Rhodes.
Certainly not given Bury too many chances from defensive errors. Looks like Campion might also be making their final change.
There was a sliced clearance there. It's gone out for
4 minutes added time. In fact, Campion aren't making a change, just to indicate that there is 4 added minutes.
Well, Liam McDevitt is now stripped.
And he's going to come on.
Who's he going to replace?
Oh, we're
Lewis Gilboy.
It's going to be Lewis Gilboy, a like-for-like change.
Yeah, Lewis has played really well tonight and gets a warm round of applause from all 3 sides of the ground that has spectators. Another good performance by the young Scouser. And the game will get restarted with a Campion goal kick.
Man of the match tonight, Morris, for Bury?
Well, I'm going to go for Ben Wharton. I think Ben has led the line really well. He led it well when he was on his own. He's led it well when he's been alongside Tom Greaves. He's come back, he's defended well. He's challenged for everything and capped it off with a fantastic opening goal. So Ben Wharton, for me, man of the match. Jimmy Moore a close second.
I think you can argue with that.
It's been a busy month for him, hasn't it? It's been an hard
Wharton again leading the line there, putting the defence under pressure and winning Bury a throw.
3 minutes, just under 3 minutes of stoppage time remaining.
Ball down the right hand side looking for McDevitt, who's making a nuisance of himself already. But it's out for a Campion goal kick.
This is quite possibly our last Tuesday night league match of the season, away from home.
Emerson with the goal kick. Jimmy Moore with a great header forward. And then well nicked off Keane by Tom Greaves. Couldn't keep the ball in play though. Ball out for a Campion throw. A little flick on by Tassetti, cleared by Kenny. Greaves, little header out towards Obasoto, gets it under control. Takes it down towards that left-hand corner flag, but he's outnumbered there, Tassetti. Takes the ball off him, goes past one, goes past two, but he can't get past Chris Holt. And Holt adjudged to have fouled the substitute. Emerson with the free kick. And,
Jimmy Moore gets it clear.
well,
Atkinson collects.
very got away with one there because Moore's clearance, I think it hit either Chris Rowney or Jake Kenny, and it couldn't be classified as a back pass, and Atkinson was able to pick it up. Long clearance cleared by Eastwood. Matty Williams plays it down into that right-hand corner for Liam McDevitt to chase. Wins a throw-in. Not sure whether McDevitt's got a problem there or whether he's just tying his boot laces. I think he was tying his laces.
About 20 seconds of the allocated 4 minutes of stoppage time remain.
Matty Williams with the throw. Finds McDevitt. Holds his man off well and wins a corner for Bury. Might just take a short one and keep it in the corner here because Ben Wharton is there. And there is the final whistle. And Bury remain unbeaten in the league so far this year. A hard-fought 2-1 win here at the Players' Car Stadium. Good win. I think Andy Welch will be more than happy with the result, if not the performance. I think Campion are a well-organised side, and we did kind of struggle against them in the game that was abandoned at half-time in December when it was 2 apiece, and they caused us some problems then, and they caused us 1 or 2 problems tonight. But it's Bury that will head back over the Pennines with all 3 points safely secured and 10 to go.
Certainly is. Just finally, Morris, before we wrap up what is quite a cold Players' Car Stadium. Looking ahead, Allerton LR at the Newven Stadium on Saturday. Obviously, it was the second game of the season. We covered it in quite sunlight was there. Low sun over the far side.
We were dazzled.
I don't think it'll be like that at the weekend. But what are your thoughts out of that one?
Well, I mean that was a good game. We played really well that particular Tuesday night, and a repeat of that performance would be most welcome. Really nice little ground, Atherton LR, good side, and we're going to have to be on our game again. But as Andy will say, it's the next game that counts. That's Atherton. And I'm sure that the lads will be well and truly fired up for it as we head towards the business end of the season.
Certainly do. Morris, as always, thank you very much for your contributions. That's all from us on Roach Valley Radio Sports. This evening we'll be back from 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. We've got updates of Radcliffe, Ramsbottom and Sedgley Park Rugby as well. Don't forget tonight's coverage brought to you, as always, by RC Solutions Pitch Care. Do stay safe and we'll be back with you on Saturday.